How about now? Oh my God! Now it's working. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, hello,
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 hello.
hello. All right. Anyway, mic's working. Oh my gosh! What a day! What a day! Hey, it's Mr. Muffin, MrMuffinsTrains, Atlanta, Indiana. How are you today? We're good. Oh my gosh. Working, working, working. Hello, C. Kelly. Hello, Massimo. Hello, Gilberto. Hello, Franklin. Hello, Thomas. Hello, JSG Trains. Hello, Rambles. Hello, Katie. She's on. Timberline. Massimo. Yep, yep, yep. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Oh, my gosh. Oh, what a week. So we're working our way through. Lots of arrivals have come in. I think yesterday and today we're working on all the Halloween cars and the holiday engines that came in and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy down there. Paul, thank you, Paul. Coming in loud and clear. He says that's good because we want to be loud and clear. Let me get my mic thing where it ought to be. Oh, man. So what do we know? Not much. Let me think. So obviously... Lionel, we got the ET44s came in. They'll be in the newsletter Sunday. They're beautiful and they're huge. And then we also got on all the tunnel motors. Those were in. Those look pretty cool. We got in all the Erie builds from MTH. We got in the GP7s, the rest of the GP7s and GP9s. I put them in my newsletter last night, but I put the wrong price in. The price in the newsletter was pre-tariff, so I had to fix that. Not people aren't happy about that. So obviously we've got Amtrak came in, mine, Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis came in. The Rock Islands and the beautiful red and black came in, and Canadian National came in. So just some really beautiful engines. From MTH. Those came in. So from Lionel, okay, so they've got GP35s are on the way to me now. A bunch of holiday stuff on the way to me now. And looking forward to seeing those. There's another shipment coming shortly. Lionel is going to announce some new products next week on Wednesday the 15th. 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get those all loaded on my website and get them going. I am expecting 2 steam engines, both of which have an enormous number of options, models available, so that'll be pretty cool. So that's what's going on there. Let's see. MTH, talked to them a lot about new stuff they're working on, nothing I can share. We got a lot of product on the way. They get a container in week after next, I think, is their next container. As I say, we're just working our way through all the Halloween and some of the Christmas stuff. We didn't get all the Christmas stuff, but we got almost all of it, so that'll be in. Atlas has a container arriving next week, and their ES44s will be in, the Premier ES44s, right? Old MTH tooling, and there'll be Canadian Pacific Kansas City, the merger scheme is in there. 3 of the CSX heritage schemes, ACL, Conrail, and Monon, my beloved. And Florida East Coast is in there. Those are coming, both 3-rail and 2-rail. And so it'll probably be here in a couple weeks. And then 40-foot PS1 box cars. The Halloween and the Christmas car are finally shipping from Atlas. The Halloween probably one will be here in time for Easter. And then Akron, Canton, and Youngstown. Archer, Daniel, Midland, Green Bay, and Western. And the Monon one they're doing. And New York Central. And Union Pacific. And those are the 40-foot PS1 Premier boxcars coming from Atlas. And there's also some 2-rails in there, 3-rail and 2-rail. And then we're getting the crane cars, of course, and the crane tenders. Getting a bunch of those. I think my custom runs are in there. And then there's a whole bunch of HO stuff. So I'll have to tell Liz and Sam about the HO stuff. So that's coming in from Atlas next. So what do we know? Anything? Let's see. YouTube said he got a pre-order for last spring and said you charged a $90 tariff. Well, we could have. I mean, we charged whatever the tariff was that got added to our bill. So yeah. So if you got, and we put the tariff in as a separate line item, so you know what it looks like. But yeah, we certainly did. So any of the tariff, generally the tariffs, about a third of the tariff is making it through to the consumer, and about 2/3 of the tariff is being absorbed by the manufacturer, and me basically. Interesting. But yeah, so we put the tariff. If you pre-ordered the engine, let's just go through this real quickly just for a second. So if you pre-ordered the engine, then we honor the pre-order price that you pre-ordered it plus the tariff. We do not take the engine to the new MSRP or the new MSRP. I'm sorry, I got a phone in here. Or the new MSRP minus the, I wonder how I can turn that off. I do not know how. Silence, that's the button I want. So what we do not do is we do not take the price to the new MSRP and then discount it, or even the new MSRP. So let's say we have an engine that the manufacturers put through a price increase on it. We honor the original discounted price in the pre-order plus the tariff. That's how we're doing it. So you don't pay the new MSRP from the manufacturer, which includes the tariff and then some, nor do we do any kind of discount off that. So so that's kind of how that works. So okay, so let's see. Let's go up to the top. See Kelly, Massimo. I can do my comments thing again. You want me to? I can. There's Katie. Oops, I got to go over here to scroll down. Hello, Gremlin Hicks. Hello, buddy. Tish Valley. Hello. Coming in loud and clear. Yep. Hey, guy. Michael. Countdown prior to starting. I could do that. I find, it's an interesting suggestion. I find when I see those on YouTube or whatever, I find them as annoying. But if you guys want a countdown, T-minus 2 minutes or whatever, I could do that. That's kind of what the music's for. I turn the music on. I try to come on 2 minutes before the top of the hour with the music and then kill it right at 6 o'clock. Hello, Penn Central Pete. Hello, Randy. Hello. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. You're right. Hello, South Carolina. Hello, Ty. Hello, Randley. Where are those darn Rock Island masks? They are being made now, finally. So I might get them yet this year, but maybe not even till January. The trick is to get them made before Chinese New Year and everybody leaves. So that's the news there. Minnesota corn producers. Well, if there's any hopper you want, Minnesota corn processors, if you could just send me pictures. As I'm doing I'm doing hops right now for beer. Hello, Harold. Were there tariffs on CN? There's tariffs on everything. If it came in to the U.S. and then on to you guys, there's a tariff. Yeah. Now, there's a little bit of a fooling around that some of the manufacturers are moving things to South Korea or Vietnam for final assembly in order to get them in with a lower tariff. So there's some fooling around going on. But anyway, got your Rock Island. Wasn't that a good paint scheme, that Rock Island? Yeah, you bet. I made it this week. Hello, Mr. Steve. Franklin, guy on YouTube said he got, yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah, so whatever the tariff charge was that we got charged, we passed it through. I am working on the Little Joe. So nothing to announce yet, but I am working on the Little Joe. Let's see. Rocky. I've not heard anything from them. I keep track of if you go to the Atlas's website, you already know this, atlasr.com. there's a tab there for production, and they'll show you when they go in the water. So that's that. Yeah. Those. If I move it over here instead of over here, it changes the size of it. Don't those hoppers look great? Yes, they do. They do. Yep. Did you get the 4-car set? So I got not the passenger cars. The 4-car set of the passenger cars is in the next container, and that'll be here in a little bit. I doubt. I think it's unlikely we're going to get them before Halloween. We might. It's possible. They're trying to, but I don't know. Steam for the auction. I haven't looked at. I'm embarrassed to tell you, I haven't looked at anything that's in the auction. I don't know what's coming. Nothing. I have not heard anything on the Hudsons. I'm anxious. We should see the restock of the TIUs very shortly. MTH was trying to get them here by the end of September. What is your pre-order policy if a customer changes his mind? That's fine. We just cancel it, and that's that. That's why we don't want you to pay any money. We don't want any money until we know you got it. So, Chris Duncan's on. Hello. Old Ohio Angler. He thinks it's annoying. RJ's Trains. Wasn't that a great video? RJ was here with his friend Sam. They came to Indianapolis for a Colts game. You probably don't know that. He's a big Colts fan. And that was pretty cool. And so they came and visited us, and they also flew a drone over the Amtrak shops. The Amtrak shops down south of us were originally the Big Four shops, and then they became the New York Central shops. And they've been shops for a long time, and all the Amtrak maintenance, cars, and repairs and stuff, those are all done right there. So that was a great. That drone shot was cool. It was a good video, and he got 8,000 views in like 2 days. I never get 8,000 views, So he's the man, That's really good. No update on the Boston and Albany passenger cars. So, it sounded the other day like they weren't going to produce any of the heavyweights until early next year. But if I don't know if that meant the Boston and Albany, because that was the very first one we ordered. And then right behind that are the Sioux lines. And so I don't know if I was mad when I heard it. I didn't ask enough questions. So we may not get those till early next year. I might get surprised. I'd sure like to see them. We won't get the custom run auto carriers till very end of the year probably. And then I've got to decal them all. I got about 140 to do. So that would be, it's going to take a little while. But they're not going to be here. They'll be here before Chinese New Year. It seems like they're on the production schedule to get them done. So Beth is doing, the Ann Arbor. She did not want to split them with me. So I'm being told a lot on splits recently. I don't know why. Finally feels like fall, Mr. Keeler said. It was 45 here this morning. The Minnesota corn syrup tanker is supposed to arrive soon. So if it's a Atlas tanker, those are coming in the next couple of weeks. So I don't know. Still waiting those MTH auto racks. Yeah, it's going to be late in the year. Sounds like additional tariffs. I hope not. We'll have to keep our hand on those. Though the custom run 40-foot reefers are the next pile from Atlas. Should see those very shortly. I bet they're there now. I'll have to email them tomorrow and get that going. Hello, Tom. Bummer on Halloween. Yep, it is a bummer. Got on late. Atlas catalog next week. I don't. They've not told me that directly, but that's my understanding. When I talked to them, about that in August or early September. That was the plan. I look remarkably healthy. Yeah, well, I'm trimming my beard a little more, and I'm in class again, so I got to be good. Oh no, RJ heard his name mentioned. Well, there's a lot of people loved your video, buddy. You know, loved your video. You did a great job with that. Thank you for including us. That was so nice of you. It was really, really nice. I have not been booking any of the one-on-one appointments. Honestly, we did. I think it was on Thursday nights. We were doing one-on-ones. You could book an appointment with Mr. Muffin, and honestly, about 2/3 of the appointments that were booked, nobody showed up, and so I got kind of tired of doing that. But if you'd like to have a one-on-one appointment for train questions, just email me. We'll get it on the calendar, and we'd be happy to talk to you. That'd be great. But I took that function off my website because I was getting a lot of appointments and not a lot of people showing up. Watch RJ was blown away. Yep, he liked the layout. That was great. James says, great video you did. Hello, KNR. Look at those red gold cars, beautiful. Oh my, they're going to sell out. I tell you, they're going to sell out. Don't wait around on those. The container, the maxi stacks with the red gold containers will be in soon. And they are beautiful. I think they're really good. We're going to do more red gold. When we do 36-foot reefers again, we're going to do red gold. Thank you, RJ. Thank you very much. Katie's on. Rio Grande SC40 delivered today. Yep. Boy, I just love those. They came out great. The tunnel motors. Thank you. I'm glad you got that. I've got one right above me right here. We'll probably run it tomorrow. Hello, Massimo. Everybody's on there. That's great. Oh my gosh. What else do we know? Let's see. I'll go back to the big picture. All right. I don't know much else new to tell you. I wish I did. Happy to answer any of the questions you have. I've spent about 6 hours on the phone trying to get, with Verizon, trying to get a line added for Sam, and what a mess. Do I have a vendor list for the fall show? Not really. I mean, I've got the only big dealer that's going to be there is Berwyn Hobby, and then everything else are smaller guys with 2 tables, 4 tables, that kind of thing. And as of about an hour ago, we're sold out. We've sold all our tables. So pretty cool. I have not run them yet. They're back here behind me. I've not run them yet. I need to do that. I probably won't do it tomorrow. I'm going to my grandson's Eagle Scout induction ceremony back in Illinois, and I'll be here for a little bit in the morning, and then I'll have to head out. So I probably won't run anything new tomorrow. Dr. Jack will not be at the show. He's recovering from knee surgery, and it's not gone very well. He's okay, but not great, and he doesn't think he can stay in the car that long. So he might change his mind. I'm going to ask him again in a week, but right now I'm not expecting him to be there. So Mrs. Muffin's going to pick up a lot of the weathering and building construction things that Dr. Jack would have done. You ever get the Yellow Belly steam dome? I don't know what that. You mean the C&O Yellow Belly? Is that what we're talking about? I've got the I've got. There's no scale one yet. Did I ever get the Yellow Belly steam done? I don't have. There's not a new one coming or anything. Yeah, I want to see him cut up something. Yeah, me too. He's terrible, that's for sure. Harry must be busy. Yeah. Well, you ought to get it. You ought to get it pretty soon. He is busy. But he does the weathering stuff first. So I'm kind of surprised that you don't have that back. So if you go another week and you don't see it, send me an email and let us follow up with Harry on that. Usually they do the weathering stuff pretty quick. Yep, Katie, Sam's running the show tomorrow. She'll be here at 2 o'clock. Yep. C&O. Okay, well, we were talking about, I think back, we were talking about trying to do getting the manufacturers to make a scale C&O yellow belly, and we're still talking about that. Nothing to report yet, that's for sure. David says, no, I won't, and don't tell me nothing else. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Well, I think I covered all the questions pretty well, you guys. I am going to head out. So, somebody's having pizza. What are you having, Massimo? What are you cooking tonight? Gilberto wants to know if you're having pizza. Are you doing pizza tonight? Thank you for voting for me. So, these Lenny Awards, I wasn't paying a lot of attention when that got announced, and that's kind of a big deal. And we've gotten included in a couple of categories. So thank you for those that voted to support us. I've got about 7,000 students that have taken my graduate school classes, and I'm going to email all of them and get them to do it. I think that's a good idea. Just kidding. Pretty funny. Hello, Eric. Hello. Just bought the 3 Halloween cars. Good. Yeah. All right. She's not going to be upset. She's going to love those Halloween cars. They're going to be great. Katie loves Halloween cars. All right. You vote for me. I appreciate it so much. Well, thank you, everybody. I will see you next week. I'll be here and alive. So thank you for the reminder. Yeah. So what's for dinner, Katie? You didn't say, I don't think. I don't know what's for dinner at my house either. Between the 3-bay cylindrical hopper car, Husky stack, discharge set, red gold, what would you recommend? Oh, I don't know. I love them all. As my wife says, white shoes, Going out to eat Mexican food. All right. Sounds like a good plan, Massimo. I don't know what we're doing. Steve's doing pizza night. And I don't know what we're doing at my house, but I'm going to go home and find out. So, hey, thank you, everybody, for everything. We appreciate it. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Yeah! Thank you.